greetings, Organo family. This is Stephen V. Richardson speaking to you from beautiful San Francisco, California. I am absolutely fired up to be the presenter on tonight's Conversation on Success, where the leaders of Organo gather to share some stories, share some information, and tee things up for what is about to happen. I am excited. If you're excited, put in the comments below. I'm excited. I'm fired up, ready to go. Put something in the comments to let us know that you are there. This is not going to be a long call because everybody who's in Organo, who's been in Organo for at least, let's just say 30 days, but even shorter, everybody should know what today's topic of discussion is going to be. Because repeat after me, all roads lead to Expo 2022. 1 week away, October 15th. There's still time if for whatever reason, whatever story you've been telling yourself, or maybe you are brand new, welcome to the Organo family. Your timing could not be better for you to be right here, right now, because the most important event in Organo's history, I'm not just saying that, I believe it in my heart and soul, the most important event in Organo's history is going to happen in a few short days, October 15th. I'm not sure if we've been able to put in the comments and pin it at the top, but somebody help me out and enter in the link to the expo, the Global Success Conference, expo.organoglobal.com. Should be on the screen, expo.organoglobal.com. This is where you go to sign up. And ladies and gentlemen, if you only knew, and I only know a very small part of what's going to happen, and I'm already fired up, but if you only knew what these hard-working servant leaders have been doing on your behalf, working literally around the clock, through their breaks, through their days off, I really wish people understood the power of the Organo family, organization, infrastructure, the corporate team, and how hard they work for us. They're heroes behind the scenes. We often don't see what they're doing, but they are working for us, and this is your time to shine bright. So why is Expo so important? Why have I attended every single event that I've qualified for since November 15th, 2009, because I know that all roads lead through events. We build our business from event to event. This is our opportunity to not just continue on, but to leapfrog where we are to where we say we want to go. Everything you're looking for, if, everybody say if you are properly prepared, everything you've been looking for is going to happen on October 15th. So ladies and gentlemen, if you're ready, say out loud, I'm ready. Put in the comments, I'm ready, Stephen. Let us rock and roll. What happens at a major event? Well, not only do you get the game plan for success, but you get an opportunity. There are some people out there who are, let's just say, in the category that you could, let's just say you could benefit from a little bit of a reset. Can anybody benefit from a reset? Maybe a reset of your mindset, a reset of your belief, a reset of your activities, a reset of your back office, a reset. If you push on the button on your screen, it's not going to work yet, but could you benefit from a reset? Well, this is what can happen at an event. Once again, if and when you are properly prepared and you go into it with the right mindset, and that's what we're going to do today. Get everybody ready. You've heard it before. You'll hear it again. One of the most important things about attending events, whether they're your weekly calls, if you happen to be in a market that has weekly calls, whether it's your Zoom calls, your leadership calls, or your coffee and jazz mixes for you still having them, for your beauty parties, for every event you have, the outstanding events we have, Mr. Caldwell's information that he sends out to the team, the Sunday Conversation of Success. When we talk about belief, understand this. You are exactly where you are supposed to be because that is where your belief is. Now, who has high levels of belief? Blanca Sagturis has high levels of belief. The Rakowskis have high levels of belief. All of our superstars out there, the brand new diamonds that are breaking all over the world, and hey, they're breaking. You may not have heard about some things yet, but amazing things are happening. And when you attend the events of your company, and this one especially, October 15th, 2022, your belief will be strengthened. It'll be solidified. There'll be nobody and nothing that can shake your tree because of what you experience, what you hear, what you see, what you committed to. This is the time to strengthen your belief, to close out 2022 strong. Because you do understand that everything we do between now and the end of this year positions ourselves to have whatever 2023 we're going to have. You do understand that, right? You can't, that these New Year's resolution stuff, this I'm going to start this when. No, what you do now sets the stage for everything, especially January, February, and March. You have to do it now because you have to plant the seeds, sow the seeds, get ready so you can hit 2023 running. Because I know amazing things are going to happen for a lot of people out there who are hearing the sound of my voice. So if you're ready to go and run full speed into 2023, enter in the comments, I'm ready. You've probably heard something about the power of one. That who's heard this? You're one recruit away from an explosion in your business. Who's heard that? You've heard that, right? It took me probably about 11, 12 years to realize that that one person was actually me. I wish somebody had told me that in the beginning. Now, you have to re-recruit yourself all the time. We get to reset the clock. We get to be the one, be the change that we're looking for. You've heard that before also, right? But here's the challenge. Everything starts with us. If it's going to be, it's up to me, right? You work for you're for yourself, but not by yourself. We've all heard these slogans and these catchphrases, and sometimes they don't resonate because of the simplicity, but the power of the message, power of one. Here's the challenge. Yes, you are one recruit from explosion in this business, and that first recruit is you. Here's the challenge. A lot of people have been operating as if they're all by themselves. They have been an army of one. They have not leveraged the system, our proven system of success that has been in place since day one, and enables us, empowers us to be greater than we are individually. Hopefully you know what system stands for. Save yourself stress, time, energy, and money. That's what the Organo proven system of success is all about. Now, you have the choice to do this all by yourself. And for those of you who've been doing it all by yourself, how's that going? You can, and some of you will actually achieve your goals eventually, but why wait? Why lean only on your own understanding when we have so many amazing servant leaders who have already been there, done that? They're in the trenches. They're still actively working the business. They're still following our proven system of success, and they're going to share their stories with you, their golden nuggets with you, their recommendations with you, and all you have to do is follow the leader. So it's an opportunity to come back together. Now, I know that we're not going to be there all physically in the same place at the same time this time, and I'll just speak on my own opinion. I think this is true, that it was I'm going to say courageous decision, but I believe it was the correct decision for this event to continue to have it be virtual. Now, we're not out here on this island. We are operating in this global economy. We all know that the whole world has been affected by what's been going on these last few years. And when travel shut down for such a long period of time, and then they turned it back on, you know that airline prices are high, all the event locations are booked up, all the hotels, they're charging more than they've ever charged before. And I believe it was a wise decision to think about each individual distribution partner and give them the opportunity to plug into our major event without having to, this time, to make that investment for airfare and travel and hotels and food and being away from your market and your family. Ladies and gentlemen, take full advantage. I haven't heard this directly, but I can guess that the next major event is going to be in person. So you get ready. Don't get spoiled that all you have to do is turn on your phone or your laptop or your iPad or whatever. The next one's going to be in person, and that is really going to be amazing. But it'll give us a chance this time virtually to come together. There aren't many people out there. Now, I know Miss Arcturus, I know the Nielsen's and Casey Nielsen Martin. Congratulations, Mom. I know that the Spradleys, I know that there are a lot of LaDonda and Andre. There are some people out there that remember the magic of being part of an event. When our new boxes were launched, when they launched our cosmetics, our BU, when they launched the toothpaste, when they launched Travala, when they launched the energy drinks, we were there. When they launched Cognition, there's something about being there live when major announcements that are going to positively impact so many lives all over the world when you're there on the ground floor. There's going to be an announcement. Some of you have heard. There's going to be a launch. There's going to be an introduction, and you absolutely want to be there. So we're going to have some recognition. We're going to have a lot of recognition because a lot of great things have continued to happen as we continue to transition into this new economy. So I'm so excited to see the recognition of all of our pins and all the accomplishments. It is going to be absolutely amazing. So here's the challenge. I said it a few minutes ago. It can be the most important event in the history of your Organo journey so far if you come into it properly prepared. Because there's attending an event and then there's attending an event. We're talking tonight about not only attending the event, but getting everything you can get out of it. So first and foremost, I'm going to walk you through. This is extremely important because if you have not connected with your senior business partner, your success coach, whatever you call them, your mentor, and mapped out what I'm getting ready to talk about, there's still time to go back to have a conversation, a game plan session, so that you are coming into Expo at full speed and coming out of it at maximum speed. First and foremost, I challenge you, especially those of you who've been around for a while, the 2 years, the 5 years, the 10-year plus, those people to come into this event with an open mind and an open heart. That might be one of the most challenging things we have for people who've been here for a while, who've been to a lot of the events, who've seen a lot of the information, who've done some of the training themselves, and now to come in with a fresh set of eyes and ears and just receive what the corporate office and our amazing support team at corporate has created for us. Can you commit to coming in with an open mind and an open heart for whatever is going to be shared with you? Can you do that? Write in the comments, open mind, open heart. I've been working with several up-and-coming leaders inside and outside of Organo. And I've been working with them on, let's just say, a proven system to achieve basically any goal. Some people call it the 6 steps to achieving a goal. Some people call it 6 steps. Some people call it how I went diamond. I've named it for the purpose of this call, how I achieved my goal, because the challenge of teaching something like this is helping people understand that, first of all, it works, but also you can apply it to everything in your life if you really understand the concept. So we're going to take through this process preparing for Expo. Feel free to take a screenshot of this, but I'll put this up several times. All right, here's how I maximized my Expo 2022 experience. You ready? Commit to a specific, meaningful goal. Now, we've heard this different ways. Some people call it your why. Some people call it the magnificent succession. Some people call it burning desire. This is the first and most important part of achieving a goal, is having a goal important enough that you really, 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 really want to achieve and believe that it's possible, and that everything you want for this goal has to happen, and it drives activity. We've all had goals in the past, goals that we've talked about, goals we've thought about, goals we maybe even prayed about. But for whatever reason, we didn't do the activity consistently necessary to achieve the goal. Anybody out there like that, or is it just me? The challenge was the goal wasn't specific enough, it wasn't real enough, it wasn't big enough. It has to drive the work, the activity. So first and foremost, commit to a specific, meaningful goal. Now, that goal can come in many shapes and sizes. And every single person who's listening to the sound of my voice, who's going to be there at Expo 2022 and beyond, has a different goal. It doesn't have to be the same. It could be in the form of a pin level, an accomplishment, your dual T, VIP, Sapphire, Diamond or above. It could be just volume. It could be income. It could be the number of people who you've helped. I don't know. All I know is whatever your goal is, it has to drive you. It has to be something that gets you to put in the work. Maybe it's who you want to help, your spouse, your parents, your kids, your family, something. It has to be the most important thing, which is to have a goal and commit to it. So one, commit to a specific, meaningful goal. Second one is have a date of completion. Now, there are different camps to this. Some people say that you should have specific goals. You're going to complete this by a specific date. Other people think, on the opposite side of the spectrum, is that we're not smart enough to know how the universe is going to align to make things happen, so we should just have an open-ended goal. Wherever you fall into, it is important to have certain milestones. We're at the beginning of October, November, December 2023. I'm sure, especially if you communicated with your success coach, your senior business partner, your mentor, whatever you want to call them, you could agree on some time frames for whatever your vision of success is on your Organo journey. So have some dates of completion. Number three, something I rarely hear talked about, but I've been trained on this. I've trained it, I've done it, and when I do it, it works for me. Identify your potential challenges. Now, I've spoken about this before at the end of a call, and I'm not going to definitely go through all this list, but you know already what challenges you're probably going to encounter between now, but especially once you get part of Expo, you get all excited, you may even shed a tear, you have your goals ready, you're ready to rock and roll, and then what happens? Life will knock you upside the face. So you know what challenges you've had in the past. You know what challenges you'll probably have in the future. Why not prepare now? Get ready, like the storm that's coming, and there's another storm coming. You're ready and you're committed to not let it bother you, not let it distract you, and you already have a game plan in place when that challenge happens. Maybe it's a resource. Maybe it's a health challenge for you or someone you care about. Maybe it's a financial challenge. Maybe it's this or that. It doesn't matter what it is. You know what challenges have distracted you or slowed you down or maybe prevented you from doing the work in the past. This is a step to achieving your goal, which is, think about it, decide what you're going to do, and when it happens, you just say, okay, didn't know this was going to happen now, but I'm ready. So commit to a specific, meaningful goal. I'm going to achieve this as a result of attending Expo, and this is where I'm going to be by the end of 2022, or something like that. Identify your potential challenges. Maybe it's going to be money. Maybe it's going to be lack of support. Maybe it's going to be time. Maybe it's that unexpected health challenge. But if it's going to happen, you have to decide, is my challenge bigger than my goal? And whichever is bigger, that's who's going to win. Next one is decide who you'll be working with. Now, I put this structure up there. It could be the structure of any Fortune 500 corporation or any educational institution or government institution, or it also could be your personal organization. Now, here's what I want people to understand. And some people have been taken through this process, but here's the most important thing to understand with regards to deciding who you'll be working with. It's on so many different levels. First and foremost, what voice will you be listening to? Who will you listen to? Who is your hero? What diamond, what success partner, what system are you going to commit to and actually follow through this time? You know what we had to do back in the day? Or this was recommended by, let's just say, the first Crown Ambassador in our company, the official one. We used to have to write out our organization every single day. Didn't matter if we had 2 people, didn't matter if we had 100. We were supposed to write out the key leaders. It's never a lot, by the way. It's never more than 8 to 12, 9 to 11, 6 to, there is not that many people, regardless of how large your organization is. We used to have to write it out every single day, because when you do that, things appear. It's almost magic. And I don't have time to go into it in detail, but even if you have nobody in your organization yet, you draw the circles. If you're planning on going sapphire, you're going to have to sponsor at least 12 people, right? Right? Because 3 to 4 are going to quit. 3 to 4 are going to go to sleep. 3 to 4 are actually going to work the business. Everybody's doing at least once a week. You got 4 times going a week. I won't go through it now, but even if you don't have anybody in that position yet, there's power, there's magic to writing a circle and putting a question mark and saying, I don't know who this person is. I don't know how I'm going to get them, but I'm going to get them. And this is the volume I can count on. So identify who you'll be working with, who you'll be listening to, who you'll be plugged into. This is the senior business part. Now you have who you're going to be working with. What members of your organization will you invest your time into because they're plugged into the system? They're attending Expo. They're in communication. They have their goals. They have a game plan. Hopefully, this is making sense. Forgive me for going fast, but I only have a short period of time, and hopefully you'll be inspired not only to receive this, possibly go over this with your coach, maybe listen to it again, actually do this so we can all come into Expo rocking and rolling. Number 5, commit to a game plan. This is the easiest part, right? Because we already have our proven system of success. 4 steps, pulled out old school, the original one. We only did, I don't know, about $2 billion worth of sales in this. We'll be conservative. Well over $1 billion of our first revenue came from this 1-page training document. I strongly recommend, and we have something similar in OG Academy, loving, appreciating all the hard work that our corporate office continues to put into all the documents and all the training and all the stuff going on. All I know is what I saw, experienced, and benefited from, and it's this page. So have a proven system. We already have that. It's actually doing it, though. I won't go into detail. Schedule out your business. Now, whether this is step 3 in the 4 steps, schedule your business, schedule your coffee and jazz mixes, your exposures. When you go into Expo on the 15th, you really should have your calendar mapped out for October, November, and December. You really should. I'll just leave it at that. So this is the planning part, right? This is the proven system. Final part, choose your reward. You're not just doing this to do it. Hopefully you're not just doing it for money. You're doing it to help somebody. You're doing it to improve your lifestyle. You're doing it to make the world a better place. How are you going to reward yourself? What are you going to buy? What are you going to buy for your wife? What are you going to do for your family? And when you have all of these in congruence, magic happens. I am so excited for what is getting ready to happen. Expo www.organoglobal.com. If for whatever reason you have not gotten your ticket yet, get it immediately. If you haven't talked to every single person in your organization, confirming that they have their ticket, confirming that they have their time blocked out, confirming that they're ready to rock and roll, identifying those leaders who you're going to be working with and having the game plan session. This is going to be it, and I'm so excited. 13 years. On November 15th, 2022, I'll celebrate 13 years with this amazing, amazing company. And I'm so happy and grateful for our original CEO and founder, Mr. Bernard Chua, our outstanding servant leader of a CEO, Mr. Caldwell, and just like too many people to name, whether it's Ms. Christelle and Michelle or Edward Vargas, or all those hard working people who are working on our behalf every single day, all over the world, customer service and compliance and shipping and receiving. You do realize that you have an army behind you working for you, and all you have to do is leverage the system. And the system is going to be on display, and it's going to show you what it has, and you still have time, regardless of how long you've been in Organo, regardless of what's been going on. It is your time. It is our time to shine bright. I don't know about you, but I know what a legacy company looks like. Those companies that are around through thick and thin. And just for your information, Organo is just getting started. This has been Stephen V. Richardson speaking to you from beautiful San Francisco, California. I look forward to seeing each and every one of you at Expo on the 15th. And even though we haven't met yet, I love you. I appreciate you. I believe in you. See you at Expo. Take care.